Hello everyone and welcome to ManoVidya IAS. In this video, we will continue to analyze the syllabus of GS Paper 1. In part 1 of the video, we covered this analysis of Indian heritage and culture as well as history of India and the world, whereas this video covers the analysis of geography of India and the world as well as Indian society. So let's move on to third part of the syllabus, that is geography of India and the world. First line of the syllabus talks about salient features of world's physical geography. Let's simplify it further by dividing physical geography into four subparts. First one is geomorphology, and it is related to formation of landforms like mountains, plateaus, deserts, islands, plains, coastal landforms, etc. Second one is climatology, and it talks about atmosphere, climate, weather, rainfall, and also about climate change. Third one is oceanography, which is about ocean formation, ocean reliefs, ocean currents, waves, tides, etc. Fourth one is biosphere, which includes above 3 plus life forms. Secondly, the syllabus includes economic geography, and the topics like natural resources, industrial locations, transport, communication, and trade comes under this part. Additionally, they have mentioned about geophysical phenomena. This can be taken as a part of physical geography, and each phenomena needs detailed understanding, and their current locations and effects are important here. Environmental aspects like climate change, flora, fauna, etc. are also included in the syllabus. Here we know environment is a part of GS3, but for better understanding, we must study geography and environment simultaneously. Here to remind you, there is also human geography. Reading this part of geography along with Indian society will help you a lot. Now let's look into previous year questions on geography. In 2015, they asked about ocean currents and their influence on climate, fishing, and navigation. It is a part of oceanography. Drawing ocean currents along with explanation will help you to write a convincing answer. Next one is related to air pollution. This question reminds you to study geography and environment simultaneously. Here, stubble burning, geographical location of Delhi are the main reasons. Next one is about water resource. For the topics like this, we must study sources, causes, effects, and remedies related to them. Fourth one is about ecological carrying capacity. In a broader sense, it is a problem of development versus environment. In this particular question, it is tourism industry versus ecology. Next, fifth one. We know Indian monsoon is a tailor made for our country, but humanizing of landscape is loosening the stitches and leading to disasters. This can also be taken as a problem of development versus environment. Sixth one, due to climate change and melting of ice sheets, Arctic Sea is looked as a resource pool. China and Russia have already released their plans for Arctic Sea. Again, a problem of development versus environment. In 2016, first question is related to air mass, which comes under climatology. Second one is about Himalayas and problems associated with it, which comes under geomorphology. Third one is regarding land and water resources and their management. This topic is a part of natural resources, which comes under economic geography. Fourth one is about geopolitics. South China Sea was in news, so it's a current affairs question. Fifth one is related to flood, which is a major concern to our society. Indus Water Treaty was also in current affairs. This question reminds us that the current topic should be read in detailed manner without leaving any aspect of the topic. Next, inland water transport is another mode of transport. So, in general sense, cause and consequence of any idea should be taken into consideration. Next is related to water conservation, and it's a part of resource conservation. In 2017, first one is regarding origin and evolution of Earth and its connection to current experiments. Second one is about coal mining and its importance even though it is harmful to our environment. Third one is about pulses and is a current affairs question. Next is about cryosphere, oceanic salinity, petroleum refineries, flood and monsoon climate. All these concepts relates both basic and current events, so it is important to update the basic concepts with current events. In 2018, there is a question on IRNSS, which is an Indian version of GPS. It is also based on current affairs. We have already dealt with Arctic region related questions. Plate tectonics comes under physical geography. It is purely a basic concept. Fourth and fifth one are related to water resource and marine ecosystem. Sixth and seventh one are about blue revolution and industrial corridor. Both are related to economic geography. Moving on to 2019 questions, coral reefs and mangroves are most important for maintaining ocean climate, but they are depleting due to many reasons. So here we must focus on things which are important as well as depleting in our nature. Next, unemployment is a biggest problem. So UPSC would be expecting desired solution to these kind of major problems. So questions can be expected on these type of problems. Next one is about localization of food processing industries. So obviously it is a part of location of industries in economic geography. Next, water stress, mountain ecosystem, ocean currents and water masses are the basic concepts. So preparing short notes on these kind of concepts is very much necessary here. Now moving on to reference books, all the NCRTs from 6th to 12th are important. In that 11th and 12th NCRTs would give you clear idea about the subject. One more important book is Certificate of Physical Geography by G.C. Leong. Here, geophysical phenomena and climatic regions can be understood in a better way. Now let's move on to last part of the GS1 syllabus, that is Indian society. As mentioned in the syllabus, we need to understand important features of our society. To mention few, multilingual, multi-religious, patriarchal, caste system, tradition with modernity, tolerance are the features of our society. And India is the only country which celebrates diversity. Actually, diversity is a problem in various countries, but it is a strength to our country. So it is important to know about diversity of India in all aspects. The next point is all about problems associated with our society. Lack of gender equality has led to budding of women's organizations. We are the second largest in terms of population. Poverty is still haunting us. Failure in agriculture has led to large scale migration and put pressure on urban areas. These are the few problems in our society. So here, theory plus practicality will help in proper understanding of our societal problems. Moving on, India became globalized economy during 1990s, and this has led to both positive and negative impact on our society, whether it may be on women, our culture, or dressing sense, food, etc. Apart from it, we need to focus on social empowerment, that is, empowering vulnerable sections of our society. And also, communalism, regionalism, and secularism concepts must be read comprehensively. Let's analyze the previous year questions on Indian society. In 2015, first one is about integration between two different problems of our society, that is poverty and population. Many a times one problem leads to some other problem and one solution can solve many problems. So while studying about problems in the society, our thinking should be in a broader way. Second one is about gender discrimination which still persists in our society. Third one is related to migration of labors and its trend. Next one is about globalization and its effects on women. So here our study should be on all aspects of our society which got influenced by globalization. Fifth one is all about caste system and the efforts taken during present times to annihilate it. Sixth one is talking about rural urban integration. We know about Dr. Abdul Kalam's Pura project, that is providing urban amenities in rural areas. Likewise, smart villages are necessary for the sustenance of smart cities. In 2016, again there is a question on globalization and its impact on our culture. Next, poverty is the main and sustained problem of our society. So we can always expect questions on topics which haven't got solid solution till date. Next is about vulnerable category people, that is STs. Question on smart city program is recurring. This is because haphazard urbanization is creating many problems. Since our society is diverse, we can expect a sense of regionalism, but it has to turn into a positive way through competition rather than clashes between two regions. The recent example is Andhra Pradesh reorganization. This is because Telangana wasn't enjoying the benefits equally. In 2017, again there is a question on regionalism but in a different sense. So while preparing this topic, we need to frame different questions that can be asked. As always, STs and their protection is in high priority, so our focus should be on all aspects related to STs. Next is about salient features of our society, that is love and tolerance. Here the key point is just knowing important features of our society is not suffice. We must also know how these features are playing a role in keeping our society intact. Moving on to fourth one, religiosity is about religious beliefs, values, practices and rituals, whereas communalism is an aggressive political ideology linked to religion. Here, defining the terms and their differences is key in answering such questions. Fifth one is about IT hubs and employment. Sometimes solution to a problem may create many other problems. Therefore, our answer should be so precise that examiner should not find some other problem in our answer. In 2018, caste system, poverty, women's movement, communalism, colonialism are the problems in our society, and it demands proper solution. On a whole, we need to focus on causes, effects, and solution to a particular problem without escalating other problems. Keeping this in mind will help us in framing a convincing answer. Moving on to 2019 question. First one is about uniqueness of our society, which in turn helps in sustaining our culture. In second question, as we can see, a well-educated woman confines herself to one or two children, whereas illiterate don't dare to oppose the patriarchal mindset. Hence, social awareness and societal changes comes by empowering women. Now, if we can look at question number 6, it talks about challenges to women. So, if we can support women in tackling her challenges, we can get solution to many of our societal problems by them. And rest of the questions are repeated on a similar topic. Now, moving on to reference books. To understand the basics, you can refer to NCERT books of 11th standard. You can see the cover page of the books in the slide. For deeper understanding of our societal problems, you can refer Social Problems in India by Ram Ahuja. In this book, we can find many societal problems like child abuse, illiteracy, poverty, unemployment, population explosion, communal violence, etc. This is suffice to understand Indian society and problems associated with that. That's all in this presentation. Hope it will be useful for you. Next video will be on GS2 syllabus analysis. Thank you so much for watching. This video is presented to you by ManoVidya IAS.